So this next video is about getting out of the bunker first time every time. I just want to show you a simple technique that works for all different lies that we tend to get. These are greenside bunkers that we're talking about here, not fairway bunkers. So I've got a normal nice lie, I've got a plugged lie, and I've got a bare lie where the sand's quite compact. Now, if you can get out of the bunker first time every time, not only does this help lower your scores, but it also takes pressure off the shot, or what's called the approach shot. So if you don't really mind bunkers, it doesn't put so much pressure on the tee shot or on the approach shot, and chances are we could start to make a par or at worst a bogey. But what we don't want to be doing is staying in here for 2 or 3 or even 4 shots. So really simple technique, which I've spoken about before, but it does work first time every time once you get the technique right. Is once you've made your correct stance, we're going to use gravity. We're going to make sure that the club goes up, it comes down, and it goes through. So look how my swing flows all the way through to the finish. So what I've not done, or if you want to guarantee leaving your golf ball in the bunker, stop on it. If you stop, all the speed stops, your golf ball's never going to come out. Now the stopping often occurs because you're scared of the shot. So what we have to do is practice good technique. So what I'm going to do now is just going to play a standard bunker shot, which should come out pretty much every time. Make sure that you get your feet dug into the ground. This helps lower you into the ground, which makes it easier to hit underneath the golf ball, and it also gives you stability. My golf ball is positioned fractionally forward of centre rather than in the middle, so it's just slightly forward because the bottom of my swing is going to be in the middle of my stance. So I'm addressing my golf club about a ball's width behind the golf ball that I'm trying to hit. You don't need to open your stance because this causes other issues, which I've spoke about in other videos. So I'm going to line my club up where I want the ball to land. My feet are roughly parallel to that, so I don't need to aim too far left as a right-handed golfer. I'm going to use my wrists in the backswing, so there is a natural turning of the body, but I really want to make sure that the shaft of my golf club is working up, because what goes up must come down. It makes it so much easier to hit under the golf ball. But what you have to do, if you set the wrists in the backswing, you have to release them back to impact and then through to that full finish. So look how complete my follow through is. So I've got a shot here of about 15 strides, I would say. So it's up, down, through. That one's gone out a little bit too far, but it's out. It's given me a chance for a par putt. So that was a nice easy lie. I've now got a plug lie, which again a lot of people fear. All I'm going to do for this one is I'm going to slightly close my club face. That takes the bounce off the golf club. It sharpens the leading edge, which makes it easier to get the golf club under the ball. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing. So I've just closed my club at address and then taken my grip. So I do it this way, I close it and then take my normal grip. I don't close it with my body, just close it at address. I'm hitting the same amount of sand before the golf ball. The ball will come out and it'll have a little bit of roll on it, but it will come out every time. So that one's rolled to a similar distance to the other one, but it's out. So a bad lie that people really fear, you're able to get it out if you slightly close the club face and use the same technique. Now I've got a bare lie, it's quite compact. So the last thing I want is too much bounce on my club, where the club hits the sand, bounces off it and hits the middle of the ball and sends the ball out over the back of the green or out of bounds. So I'm going to do exactly the same thing again. I'm going to slightly close my club face, dig my feet in. I'm now getting a little bit closer to the ball, so dare I say half a ball's width behind the golf ball at address. Slightly close it, same technique, up, down, through. It's come out a little bit faster than the one before. It had a lot more spin and it stopped pretty quickly. So from a really kind of wet, compact kind of lie, because I've closed the club face, because I've used good technique, that golf ball's come out every time. So if you want to start to lower your scores, you need to get really good in bunkers. and it's not a swear word, get out there and practice in them. If you're not going to get any better if you don't put some time in. So if you're really looking to lower your scores, get in the bunkers and do the work. I like what pros use this. They don't practice, they train. They're training themselves to get out of these things. I think you should do the same. So if you've got any comments in this video, please leave them in the box below, or if you want to send me an email, send it to Julian at propergolfing.com. Always here to answer any questions and help you with your golf game.